Ministry of Agriculture Solutions, the President has now directed the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to immediately release about 42,000 metric tons of maize, millet and other commodities in strategic move and a reserve to ensure that food becomes more readily available to all Nigerians. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, stated this at the State House after the meeting of the Presidential Committee on Emergency Food Intervention. He says the Rice Millers Association of Nigeria is also committed to releasing about 60,000 metric tons of rice and maize. It's make it available in the market.
The first one is that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has been directed to release about 42,000 metric tons of maize, millet and other commodities, gari and other commodities as in their strategic reserve, so that the metric tons immediately. The second one is that we have held meetings with the Rice Millers Association of Nigeria, those who are responsible for producing this rice, and we have asked them to open up their stores. They've told us that they can guarantee about 60,000 metric tons of rice. They will make that available to Nigerians to bring it out to the market so that food will be made available. Now, the whole idea of this is to crash the cost of these food items. And these are measures that will happen immediately if it becomes absolutely necessary as an interim measure on the short run to also import some of these commodities immediately so that these commodities can be made available to Nigerians immediately within the next couple of weeks. Now, all these are emergency measures. There is, of course, a directive to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to invest massively in conjunction with Nigerian farmers and other producers so that we can have better season coming shortly.
In the meantime, the Nigeria Governors Forum has held an emergency meeting to discuss the way out of the current rising insecurity, the rising cost of food, and general economic hardship that has affected many Nigerians. The meeting, which held virtually on Tuesday, deliberated on how the governors of the 36 states need to work with the federal government to address insecurity and the other challenges facing the food sector. In a communique signed by the chairman of the forum, Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State, the governor resolved to urgently address food inflation and rising insecurity and the naira depreciation in Nigeria. The governors also agreed to deploy emergency food interventions, including providing incentives for food production, the release of food items from sensitive food banks, and the collaboration with food millers and vendors in the states to boost production. In the meantime, the Speaker of the House Solutions